You know, it seems that these past few days, a lot of people were talking about something big in the astronomical community. Like, the first photo ever of the black hole in the center of our galaxy, and also how there's going to be a lunar eclipse on the 15th. Yeah. Actually, I am going to let that streak continue by making Space News Episode 19. Hello everyone, I hope you are having a good day, and I'm hoping I can still make it good if you're not with Space News Episode 19, since I think these two topics that I'm going to be talking about are going to be relatively big for you guys. But before I get into those, I just want to mention that there is going to be a new show being made on my channel soon. I'm going to be calling it Zodiac, because of each episode, it's going to be talking about constellations that are in the zodiac. It will get into, astronomical kind of stuff, but it will also get into astrological kind of things as well. Because, it's the zodiac we're talking about. This show will pretty much be like constellations that I eventually canceled because of how much stress would be going over myself, but at least there'll be less stress being put on me this time because there's way, way less constellations in the zodiac than there are completely. The show will be taking place in the next few weeks. I don't know what day it'll be put on, but just know that it is going to be coming relatively soon. But either way, let's blast off. So our first topic today is the blood flower moon. Now you may be wondering, what is a flower moon? Well, it's a moon made out of flowers. The end. I'm just kidding. The flower moon is pretty much one of the many popular names for the moon of May. And the reason why it's called that is because in the northern hemisphere, May seems to be a month where flowers will bloom all over the place, leaving bees pollinating them to make them continue living on, and making May absolutely beautiful. Now, of course, it wouldn't be a moon with many names if it didn't have others from different cultures. In Chinese culture, this is called the dragon moon. In Celtic culture, this is called the bright moon. Wiccans call it the hare moon, Cherokee call it the planting moon, and the southern hemisphere call it the beaver moon and the frost moon. The moon will be full on May 16th at 4:14 GMT or 12:14 AM EDT. The moon is going to be in the constellation of Libra. Now, besides this being the full moon of May, what is so special about it? Simple, a lunar eclipse is happening. The lunar eclipse on May 16th, 2022 is going to be lasting from 1:33 GMT, or May 15th, 9:33 PM EDT, to 6:51 GMT, or 2:51 EDT. At 4:11 GMT, or 12:11 AM EDT, the maximum phase of the lunar eclipse will occur. Now, if you missed this one, and you're wondering when is the next full moon, sure, this next one won't be a lunar eclipse, but it's still special to look at. June 14th is going to be the next one for June, and it's going to be called the Super Strawberry Moon. And this moon is going to be familiar for people who saw my hashtag Last Supermoon of 2021 video, and also the fact that Krispy Kreme actually literally last year made a donut based off of the strawberry moon. I got one of those babies myself, and they were actually relatively good. So with that out of our way, let's get into the final topic of the video. This is probably the topic that you came here for, unless you like lunar eclipses, and it's probably the one that most people are talking about, unless you're talking about the lunar eclipse. The Event Horizon Telescope has taken the first image of the black hole in the center of our galaxy, Sagittarius A star. And this black hole is the second time we got a image of one too. Yeah, this is the second image of a black hole that we got, essentially. This video isn't going to explain much about like how this black hole got taken a photo of, but it will explain what the Event Horizon Telescope is, and pretty much just how that works on its own. So when you're trying to take images of black holes, it's relatively very, very hard to do because one, they are light years away from us, and two, there's also this bunch of matter and gas and stuff, like all the material that is pretty much blockading the black hole from our point of view. To get an image of a black hole that's long away, like it's light years away from here, you really, really need a giant telescope in order to do that. And how large? You pretty much need a telescope as large as the entire planet to see one over there. So, but that, though, is physically impossible to do at our current technology. So what is done is that there are telescopes all over the world that are able to signal and communicate each other when they're trying to take a picture of a black hole that might as well be millions of light years away from here. And the types of telescopes that are used are radio telescopes, which are those giant satellite dish looking telescopes, essentially. So yeah, that is then how Messier 87 was taken from our Event Horizon Telescope. And then a few years later, there was Sagittarius A-star that has been taken. May the Event Horizon Telescope take more images of black holes from different galaxies. So yeah, that was Space News episode 19. I hope these two absolutely exciting topics, in my opinion, have made your day a little bit better. And stuff like that. And as always, keep on stargazing.